Our environmental activists are taking to the streets of London for a third day of demonstrations. They are calling on politicians to step up the fight against climate change. The Extinction Rebellion group wants an end to the use of fossil fuels. On Saturday, about 30,000 protesters gathered outside Parliament before setting off on what the group called a family-friendly march. Well, Nadeem Baba is in London, has been covering this for us since day one. Nadeem?
That's right. Well, this is a day where the climate protests and the marathon collide, hopefully in a good way. And for someone who knows all about that is Etienne Stott, a Olympic champion canoeist and activist with Extinction Rebellion. Tell us a bit about how these stewards that we see behind you are interacting and what your aim is.
So Extinction Rebellion, from the very start, have been working with the organisers of the London Marathon to make this a safe and inclusive space. Our goal is to bring many thousands of people together to talk about climate and ecological justice, how it's so desperately unfair that people who deserve, who've contributed to this issue the least, are suffering the most. And this is an important space, and we want to keep it safe and accessible. We're inviting people to come down and find out for themselves.
Now, you're someone who's actually been arrested for, I believe, a sit-in on a bridge not far from here. Extinction Rebellion are saying that they're trying to move away from confrontation right now. But there's still a deadline that you've given the government to commit to no new fossil fuel projects of Monday, beyond which you might step up your action. So where is the movement going? And do you think there is still a space for disruptive actions?
I think that's what's really interesting. We've gathered a movement of about 200 organisations, charities, ethical companies, NGOs, who are all pointing at this from slightly different directions. We need more citizens' voices in these decision-making processes. And after Monday, we're going to be more united, there'll be more trust, and we're going to work together to plan what next. We don't quite know what that means, but Extinction Rebellion will certainly be pushing as hard as they can for this most important task.
I mean, the move, the shift, is that because you feel that not enough of the public are coming on board with what you say?
We're just trying something new, I think. You know, we recognise that out there a great many people are seriously concerned, but so far perhaps been reticent because they've agreed with the message but not the tactics. This is our invitation. Come down. If there's enough of us, we can create enough pressure with the people that we've got to make the government hold these people to account, because they are destroying our future. They know it, they've got the tools, and they're choosing not to use them.
One of your demands is a citizens' assemblies being set up. Can you just give us an idea of where that's going and how you rate the government response to those calls?
Well, the government's response is absolutely abysmal. We can see they're all using their squirrely words, but, you know, we're talking about the cost of living crisis. Simple ways they could be a massive retrofitting scheme for insulation could help with that. We could also be holding those oil companies, those fossil fuel companies, to account for the huge profiteering that they've been making. And we could also be increasing the cheapest and most easy form of renewable energy, which is onshore wind. All these things could be helping people right now. Yet our government's carrying on with the plans that are simply not fit for purpose. And that's why ordinary people's voices need to be included. Citizens' assemblies have been proven to be able to do that.
So just to reiterate, you're saying that, this shift, this rapid shift in the way we live, is affordable. Some people will say they're very worried that it's not.
Well, it won't be affordable if the people in this building over here get their way. That's what we need. We believe if we have ordinary people's voices in the room when the decisions are made, it will be fairer, and it will meet the needs of ordinary people rather than the vested and short-term interests of the few that operate in this building.
Etienne Stott, thank you very much for your time. We'll be back on the London Marathon route, but for now, back to you.
All right.